The devil is a liar. I must do this live tonight. Ah, okay. Good evening once again. Welcome to my live. Um, as it is, my name is Oluwasayo. Okay, let me greet everybody officially. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I don't know where you're hearing me from. Some people are outside Nigeria. Some people are in the Asian part of the world. Some people are, I don't know what continent you are actually right now, but the truth is that I'm greeting you good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Okay, um, hello, welcome back. I said earlier today, if you saw my post, I said earlier today that I was going to be um, teaching on how on steps to be a successful person or steps to be a wealthy person. You know, some of us have different definition for success, and some of us have different definition for who we want to be. So first and foremost, I'm excited. Hello, I believe I'm back, and I want to believe that network is fine. All right, very quickly, I'm going to be sharing with you talking about steps on how to the journey of wealth. Okay, so first and foremost, I'm going to be doing a sort of a story. Okay, so I hope this will be fine. Okay, moving on. All right, I'm going to be doing a bit of story, and at the same time, I'm going to be giving us valid points in that story. Okay, I'm just going to be talking about touching down on 3 points tonight on how to be that success you want to be, and I'm very very sure that you're going to learn, you're going to implement. Okay, so the whole thing about learning is implementing, taking actions. So obviously, we know so well that some of us, we know so well that we can't quit learning. We can't quit learning. The moment you quit learning, you start dying. So obviously, you are consistently supposed to be learning and seeing how that you'll improve yourself at every point in time, seeing that you're improving yourself at every career, at every things that in your career path, in your business path, in whatever endeavors that you want to do in life, you have to consistently be learning. So if you're not learning, you're dying. The reason that most people are not competitive, the reason that most people are not on the top of your game is because they quit learning. All right, I'm going to be sharing something very very exciting that I did some years ago. Okay, as far back as let me say 2016, 2017, I cultivated an habit of reading stories of wealthy people, reading stories of successful people. So my number one point in here is that read the stories of successful people because that is the only way that you can attract that very success that you are. I remember reading the stories of Tony Elumelu. I remember reading stories of Cosmos Maduka, let me use Cosmos Maduka. You know, up to date, that man's story still excites me. Imagine that somebody started from selling spare parts to a multi-million automobile organization. Is it not amazing? And there was a time too that I saw how that he was breaking down financial discipline with his wife. Some might call it like he was being stingy, but the truth is that there is no way you want to be success, you want to be wealthy, that financial discipline will not come into place. He would literally give portions of, in terms of amounts to his wife. He would as well give portions of quantities of foods that they should be consuming in their house. Isn't that very, very funny? Some lady might interpret it as being stingy. At some point, the wife became very, very furious about that. But at the end of the day, he paid up to the point that he had to say that the wife currently, before she died, his wife is late. I think she died around 2 years ago or thereabouts. Before she died, out of the fact that he was able to teach her discipline, financial discipline, she was able to sign millions of naira from the company account. So how that it's really really exciting how that somebody can grow from zero, like zero. Okay, I also had the opportunity to read the story of Gabriel Ogechi as another person who whenever I read the stories, okay, in Nigeria, it's very, 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 very difficult to believe that people actually become successful in what they do. It's actually difficult to believe that people. So in fact, I was guilty of that same thing because I remember those days when I was in Unilag that I started reading all the stories of these people. It looks very, very difficult for you to believe that somebody can come from a very humble background. Like, sorry for that break. My network went again. So, I was saying that it's very, very difficult to believe that people can succeed, that people can be wealthy in Nigeria, especially that part of wealth, because we have so much, we have so much created a kind of atmosphere that makes it believe that everybody is corrupt. Like nobody can be wealthy without being corrupt. Okay, I'm not disputing that people have not engaged or used the corrupt medium to get wealth, but I've also practically seen people grow from zero to hero. I can mention a few people. I can mention, okay, let me say, I can mention a lot of people, but I can mention few people that I have personally experienced. If you're hearing me, type in the comment section that you're hearing me. Let me know that we're together so that type in the comment section, please, that you're hearing me. I want to know if you're hearing me. I want to know. Please type in the comment section that you can hear me. Okay, so reading the stories of successful people has a way of rubbing up on you. You know, okay, this is the simplest way that I could actually put it. Now, imagine that you are in a state that you're from a poor background. Let me use that. You're from a poor background, and you can see stories of people who came from a poor background. A lot of people try to talk about the likes of Dangote. A lot of people talk about Femi Otedola because they happen to be Femi Otedola precisely happen to be from an elite family. So I can't literally say that he built that wealth from scratch. But there are people who I have met, who have seen that built wealth from scratch. If you are watching me in the diaspora, I'm going to be using Nigerians mostly because I'm in Nigeria, and in Nigeria, it's most likely people have it as a notion that it's very, very difficult to succeed. And that is what actually gave birth to the jackpot of a thing. Okay, I'm not saying that jackpot is bad. I wouldn't tell you that jackpot is bad, and I will not tell you that jackpot is good. But the reality is that you can be successful anywhere you are. You can be wealthy anywhere you are. So I have seen people adopt practical steps that transform their journey. So imagine that you have a comedian in front of you. A comedian's responsibility is to make you laugh, right? So when a comedian cracks, you can't come to a large audience or even a small audience. You're trying to make them laugh, and you are sad. It's not possible. So even comedians. So what I'm literally saying is that comedians come to make you laugh. They can't make you laugh when they are sad. They can't make you laugh when they are not in a good mood. So obviously they must try to light up themselves before they pass the message. When they pass the message across to you in form of comedy, everybody starts laughing. So which means that laughing joy is contagious. So when you consistently read the stories of successful people, it has a way of rubbing up on you. Just like it is, the mind has the ability to attract what it can think. You know, we literally attract what we can imagine. We attract what we I'm looking for the best way to put it. Okay, the mind attracts its predominant thoughts. So whatever that resides inside of you is as a product of your thought. So you can't be somebody who is sad and you expect to see joy. So there must be a level of joy that resonates from within, which eventually comes outside. So, like it is, of course, as well, when you listen to them often, they say iron sharpen iron. So you're constant listening to them, you're constant listening to their stories as a way of rubbing up on you, and you start seeing possibilities. Like, start seeing possibilities. Okay, so my first point, like I said, is read stories of successful people, or let me just put it this way, associate with successful people. If all you do oftentimes is to spread the bad news, you continue to see that bad in every situation. Like, for instance, in Nigeria, what easily gets into the social media space is bad news, negativity, bad marriages. It's easier for destroying people's images. These are all negatives. They spread in no space in no space of time. Like, they spread in no time. Before you know it, it's all over here. But there was a story of somebody who's I think there was a story of somebody. I'm trying to remember vividly that instance. Okay, the long and short is that the person literally was it was a wrong story that was said about that person. Okay, it was more or less like the person was into properties, and in the point of at the point of getting the customers to buy properties, ownership of land, or they will sell lands that have been sold to people. So originally by their family, they own the land. But it has been sold to somebody, and they go ahead. My network flew again. I'm sorry. Okay, so virtue of what transpired, people started calling out the person's name on social media and telling that it's a scam, is this, is that, is this. The funniest thing is that people don't to get apology. Once the person eventually comes back to apologize for actually spoiling the person's name, the truth is that only very few people would see that apology. But the negative part, which presents a false presentation of that person, would go fast, would go viral. So we should learn to be positive in our thinking, to be positive in our approaches, which is what makes us attract success. So my second point is on mentorship. People who want to be successful, people who want to be wealthy, you need to have a mentor. A mentor is someone who makes the journey fast for you. A mentor is somebody who has gone through that journey before. A mentor is somebody who can hold you by the hand. A mentor is somebody who has made several mistakes that you shouldn't make. So when you have a mentor, like one of my mentors will say, you will say that if you don't have a mentor, you will lack the methodology of doing things. So to make your journey very fast, to avoid mistakes, because of you. Obviously, there are mistakes that you could avoid. So imagine that you have somebody who could hold you by the hand, who could tell you that, okay, this is a pitfall. Don't go through this route. Don't go through this. I know a few people who have adopted the mentorship way, and their life at a snap, within shorter space of time, they went boom, up. That is a mentorship effect. That is the effect of a mentor. Get a mentor in what you do, in your career, in your business, or whatever endeavor. Get somebody who has done it before. Because that's the basic idea about mentorship. Get somebody who has done it before. So that would ease you off a lot of stress and will make the journey much more smoother for you. I'm not saying it's going to be smooth all through, but you will avoid mistakes that you would have originally made. A typical example was when I was establishing one of my business, I didn't know FIRS regulation. FIRS is Federal Inland Revenue Service, is a regulatory body that regulates businesses in Nigeria. So it is a mentor that was making me understand at what point you should pay tax, at what point you should be doing your annual audits. If I didn't have the mentor to mentor me, that's why you see a lot of people who go into business and you realize that they lose that name, they lose that business name because they get trapped by the regulatory bodies of that country, of that state. So, please and please, for you to be successful, for you to go far in life, for you to be wealthy, you need a mentor. That is that. So, my third point is for you to be a successful person or for you to be a wealthy person, you need to um, render a service, have a product, or have a business. That's how to that's how to make wealth. Now, I will open up your mind to a little one of the little steps that you can adopt in here. I'm going to pick services. Now, there's content creation. Thank you very much, Mr. Usman. Thank you very much for that comment. Okay, so I was saying that you should render a service, you should have a product as well. You should what's it called? Have a business. So those three things I mentioned are very, very important for you to be successful or wealthy in life. Now, if you're in the career space, um, tailor your business, tailor your business, tailor your product, tailor your services in line with what is universally needed. A lot of us do businesses. A lot of us go into careers that it only exist in Nigeria. Okay, personally, one of the things that I've benefited from as a Nigeria, I used to say I used to say something that um, the biggest blessing to my generation, to the Gen Z generations and the generations after them is the internet. Is the internet. So the internet has provided every one of us a room to, um, project what we do globally. So you must be doing something that is global. Your services must be a service that is needed in America. It must be a service that is needed in UK. It must be a service that is needed in Dubai. It must be a service that is needed in any part of the world. By this way, you have opened up yourself um, to subscribers, to customers, to clients from the universe. So a large bulk of the things that I've done over internet, I have so many clients that I've not seen before. I have so many of them that I've not seen before, and it is through the help of the internet. I used to tell people that a few people that are close to me, I tell them that the what's it called now? I want to look for the right. Okay, the only device that I cannot do without is my phone. I can stay off my laptop, but I can't go offline. It's not possible for me to go offline. If I go offline, I would not eat. If I go offline, my business is affected. If I There was a time that I had an issue with my phone. You know, it wasn't funny. My phone just went blank, and I couldn't do anything. I couldn't talk to anybody. Okay, one of these things will resonate with us. There was a time that WhatsApp had issues, network issues. Everything was just blank once. The whole world went into darkness, and everybody jumped into Twitter. Everybody was became, even somebody that has not tweeted before went to Twitter. But in that breakdown of the analysis, after some hours that WhatsApp shut down, if you know how much was lost globally, you will be wowed, just because of a company had a glitch. The whole world was shut down. A lot of people lost money. Even me, there was a point in time that I was in the middle of a transaction before that blackout came, and everybody was scared. Everybody was scared. So I was talking about the story of my phone when my phone had software issues and just went blank. All of my clients were scared. Like every one of them were scared. Started trying to contact somebody that knows me, and all of that. And I was like, just in that space. So find a business that transcends Nigeria. People are into content creation. Content creation would This is one of the ways that content creation is done. I'm creating content, useful information that can help you in your career, that can help you in your finances. So this is content creation. Some people have monetized their page. A lot of people have monetized their page. YouTube is monetized. Facebook is monetized. It is just of recent that Twitter started having issues with monetization with Nigerians. Okay, so you can be anywhere in the world and you're still making money. You can be anywhere in the world. I've rendered services a lot to people in the United Kingdom, in the US, and in Canada. And I'm in Nigeria. I'm in Nigeria. So I talked about content creation, either in the form of writing or in the form of video creation, in the form of text. Some people do text. If you remember, there's somebody called Mr. Oluwatoyin something. What he does basically is like he writes on a cardboard paper and presents it, snaps it, and puts it on the internet. That is how he does his own. And over time, people started, relating with those things. Now, another person who used content creation, so a lot of us or some of us know BOD. BOD is a Twitter person. What he just does is he posts on his timeline. Oftentimes he doesn't post pictures. Oftentimes he doesn't post videos. He just does the text and it resonates on everybody. Okay, so also, people are also into YouTube video creation. Some people do skits, the likes of Mr. Macaroni, the likes of what's it called, Brother Shaggy, this lady, okay, Lai Wasabi, what's it called again? This lady Tauma, In fact, there was a day that I took my time to look at what um how Brother Shaggy had over 11 million followers, and I was like, my God, 11 million followers from actually being dramatic. We call it nonsense, but the reality is that it gets paid in that platform. Okay, so you can go into freelancing. People are into content writing. People are into academic writing. People are into the writing space, and they deliver beyond Nigeria. Okay, so another product or another service that you can render that is universal is real estate. You know, uh, I got to read about Bill Gates, and it's funny. A lot of people think that Bill Gates is just all about Microsoft, it's all about anything computer. But let me shock you. Bill Gates is one of the is in fact is the largest owner of land in the US. He has the highest number of land. He has the highest number of real estate in the world. So imagine if somebody who is the richest man on earth has land masses. There's a demand for land masses. I know of one of my mentors, Stephen Akitayo. He's currently doing a project in Katy, Texas, and it's real estate. So he has an office in Dubai, he has in Nigeria, he has in UK, and he has in US. Is propagating the ministry of real estate. Okay, so the last one I'm going to be mentioning is teaching. Wow, this one, if you're a teacher, you teach in schools, you teach in the university, you're a lecturer. My God, you don't know what you're missing. You know, um, there are virtual teachers now. Are you aware of that? And as a matter of fact, I have someone who does that as a full-time work. So she is a part-time teacher. She's a full-time teacher and she's a virtual teacher. So she upgraded herself from the normal classroom teaching up till she was able to teach virtually. So everything she represents is virtually now. So if you are a teacher, you don't know what God has done for you, honestly, because the teaching space has evolved around a lot of things. All right, so I hope that I've been able to give you insightful information here. Okay, so one of the ways that you can be success or successful in what you do, I'm going to give you a recap. Rich stories of successful people, have a mentor, find a career path that is universally needed, or do a business or render a service that is universally needed. So these ways you can launch yourself into the world of success. You can launch yourself into the world of wealth without necessarily needing to leave the location that you are. So, okay, to help some of you further, I would ask you questions. Would you follow on your social media handles? One of the ways to get somebody to live to pattern your life around, you have the internet. Some people are on IG. Look for people who are on IG. Look for people who are on Facebook that do exactly what you do, and they are successful in it. Then you look at how they did it. It's well, I spend less of my time trying to look at content, look at people who do not really do add value to me. Yes, it's not like I don't catch fun. It's not like I don't relax. I relax too. Sometimes I am on the internet to relax. but most of my time I use it to learn. Most of my time I use it to watch what people who are successful are doing. There was a time I was studying Blessing CEO. Blessing CEO is a very controversial person, but I needed to study her strategy on how she oftentimes she's intentionally she's intentionally controversial, and it is to push people towards her. So that is where I want to end it tonight. I hope this has been helpful to you. I hope you will not come out complaining that nothing is working. I will not. I hope you will not say that I've not given you a bit of information to help you progress further, to help you grow further, to help you be that success you are. Wealth is achievable, success is achievable only if you can follow some of these steps. So, in my next live, I'm still going to come to talk about further things that you can do to become that success you are. Thank you very much for your time. I'll see you later. Bye.